Imagine an army, not of soldiers, but of machines. Silent, invisible, millions strong, spread across the globe, waiting for a single command. An army you might unknowingly host within your own home, your computer, your phone, even your smart toaster. Could be a hidden foot soldier in a digital war you never knew you were fighting. This phenomenon is called the Botnet. Good evening, digital denizens. Welcome back to the Digital Sleuth, your deep dive into the shadows of the internet. Tonight, we're peeling back the layers on one of the most pervasive, yet often misunderstood, threats lurking in our interconnected world, the botnet. It's a term you might have heard, perhaps in hushed tones surrounding a massive data breach or a website brought to its knees. But what is a botnet? And more importantly, how does it turn your innocent device into a weapon in the arsenal of a cybercriminal? To truly understand the power and peril of a botnet, we need to strip away the jargon and get to the core of its chilling simplicity. At its heart, a botnet is a network of internet-connected devices that have been infected with malicious software. These devices are then secretly controlled by a single malicious actor. We call these infected devices bots or zombie computers. And their orchestrator, the bot herder or botmaster, think of it as a digital puppet show where millions of strings lead back to one unseen hand. This isn't just theoretical fear-mongering. These zombie armies are real. They are active. And their campaigns impact us all, from crippling national infrastructure to siphoning billions from unsuspecting victims. Botnets are the backbone of much of modern cybercrime. Tonight, in this cybercrime documentary, we're going to dissect how these digital armies are built, how they're deployed, and most importantly, how you can avoid becoming an unwitting conscript. So, how exactly does one build an army of zombies? It's a methodical, three-stage process, meticulously executed by those who dwell in the digital underworld. The first stage is infection, which is all about gaining the digital foothold. The bot herder must first deliver their malicious payload, the malware, to the target device. This is often achieved through high-volume, low-effort tactics, hoping to snag the unwary user. The most common vectors are the ones you know well: the carefully crafted phishing email that tricks you into clicking a link, or the innocuous-looking download that contains a hidden time bomb. But the modern botnet has evolved. Today, bot herders often target unpatched software vulnerabilities, known security holes in operating systems or applications that have yet to be fixed by the user. Even more terrifying are the Internet of Things, or IoT, devices, smart appliances, routers, security cameras, and even children's toys often come with weak, default credentials. These are easily exploited by automated scans that find and infect thousands of devices in minutes. Once the malware is installed, it doesn't announce itself. It operates in silence, consuming minimal resources so the legitimate user remains entirely unaware of its presence. This brings us to Phase 2: Command and Control, or C2. This is where the infection becomes an organized army. After the device is successfully infected, the bot malware establishes a persistent, hidden connection back to the bot herder's server. This centralized server, or network of servers, is the C2 system. It's the digital barracks where the bot herder issues orders to their zombie army. Early botnets used simple, centralized C2 structures. A single server would give commands, but if law enforcement or security researchers located that server and took it down, the entire botnet collapsed. Modern botnets, however, are far more resilient. They utilize peer-to-peer, or P2P, architectures, allowing the bots to communicate directly with each other, sharing command instructions like a networked hive mind. This P2P structure is exponentially harder to dismantle because there is no single point of failure. Shutting down one bot is like trying to drain the ocean with a teacup. With the army built and the C2 lines established, the botnet is ready for its purpose. This is Phase 3: Activation and Attack, the true climax of the criminal operation. When the bot herder is ready, they simply send a single command across the C2 network. Instantly, every infected device, whether it's a desktop computer in London or a security camera in Tokyo, executes that commands simultaneously. This collective power is what makes botnets so devastating. It's not one computer committing a crime, it's a million devices acting as one fist. The scale is unprecedented. The most common use for these armies, and perhaps the most infamous, is the distributed denial of service attack, or DDoS. In a DDoS attack, the bot herder instructs all their bots to flood a single target server with massive volumes of useless traffic. It's like millions of people trying to call the same phone number at the exact same moment. The sheer volume overwhelms the target server's capacity, crashing the website or service and rendering it completely unavailable. We've seen financial institutions, major news organizations, and even national power grids targeted by these crippling attacks. The financial cost of just one successful DDoS can reach into the millions, but the botnet's utility goes far beyond simple destruction. They are also rented out by criminals for other purposes. The botnet is used to launch massive spam and phishing campaigns, using thousands of legitimate IP addresses to distribute malicious emails without detection. They are used for cryptojacking, where the malware forces the infected device to use its processing power, its CPU and GPU to mine cryptocurrency for the bot herder. The victim pays the electricity bill, while the criminal collects the digital cash. And finally, the most insidious use, data theft. Botnet malware can include sophisticated keyloggers and information stealers, quietly collecting login credentials, financial data, and personal information from millions of infected devices, later sold on dark web markets for profit. These are the dark mechanics of the digital underworld. The next time you hear about a major breach or a website that went down for hours, understand that a botnet, a zombie army, was likely the weapon of choice. Stay safe. Stay anonymous. This is the Digital Sleuth.